In 3, 2, 1, welcome back to another episode of Matter of Fact with the Modern Day Hippies. I'm here with Rob, per usual. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Another episode, man. So
yeah, another week going by. It's kind of crazy. I remember when it was 2019, with 2020 about to start. We're like, damn, this decade is we're going to enter a new decade. It was the first decade I was like cognizant and like aware enough, like I was entering into, 2010, I was still young as shit. And now we're almost 5 years through this decade. Like, that's crazy. At the end of this year, on episode 13 of the new, branding of the pod, that's just going by fast.
That's
to be honest, it's going by fast. So
appreciate all you for the support.
Hell yeah,
picking up viewers,
share with your friends, do all that good stuff. Yeah, I think. How has this year been for you? Like, just looking in reflection, 2024. How would you say it's been for you overall?
It's gotta be positive overall. I mean, stock market wise, money's up, things like that. Gotta be happy about.
You think it's gotten better?
What
the year? Like, has things gotten better as the year? I don't know.
No, I mean, it depends how you look at it. Like, there's pros and cons to everything, Like I said, overall, do I think the country and everything's heading in the right direction? No. How's me personally? Like, I think I'm probably doing, better than average, from what I'm hearing, out there in the world, and shit like that, and some people you see and whatnot. Could be worse.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, like you said, I think it's all about perspective. So, depending on who you are, where you are in the world, let alone the United States, but the entire world, is really dependent on the answer to that. So, for me, I was out of the country for the first 5-6 months of the year. Well, 4 or 5 months of the year. So, like, first half was great. Second quarter, third quarter, like, that shit was kind of a little rocky once I got back and stuff. But I think this has been probably the best year of my life so far. And I think, I want to keep saying that as the years go on. So it's been a great year for me. Thinking about just the state of America and stuff, I agree with you there. I think, things are getting bad fast, and that's not great. But I'm not really looking at my year based on America. And that might just be me, like, on some college privilege, like, not in the real world or whatever. But 2024 was probably the best year of my life so far. 23 has been the best, year for me. Turning 24 next year, 2025. We'll see how that goes. But love the rebrand of the podcast, my YouTube. Got to start a business. It's been a great year for me. But unfortunately, that shit does not fucking matter.
Sure don't.
For this episode of the podcast, or any episode of the podcast. But we don't give a fuck. We still gonna let y'all know. But that does bring us to our first freaking segment, shit that doesn't matter. And, I kind of wanted to kick this one off, since we're talking about the state of America, talking about the state of our president, the one that's leaving in a couple of weeks, not the one that's coming in. President Biden, Joe Biden, he has pardoned over 1,000 people. In this last week, we talked last week about how he pardoned Hunter Biden, and there was a lot of controversy around that. I said I understood it. I ain't even blame him for it. Yeah, he lied, but niggas lie. Okay.
Yeah, right.
But he's came back not a week later. I think we're doing this podcast a few days earlier.
Exactly.
And he's done a lot more. You kind of want to expand on that, Rob?
Yeah, man. So he's going off and just giving them away now. So some pretty bad people,
Like Oprah. I got a pardon for you.
I got a pardon for you. Right? Look under your chair. Yep, there's one under there for you. It's like, what the... My hunch is he's probably getting paid some money on the back end or something like that, as is often the case. Because the people he's pardoning are like the white-collar criminals, So, like, a doctor that, like, diluted cancer patients' medicine and, got millions off of Medicare, so she's robbing us, the taxpayer, the government, she's hurting these people who have cancer. Yeah, let me, she's cool, let her go.
Yeah,
That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
Like,
not like she was trying
Trump
drugs or something.
racist.
Like, what? Crazy. and in PA, there's a dude, Luzerne County, that he was
It's
getting
in your hood.
somewhat. I'm not. I went to Bloomsburg for a semester, so it's up that way. But dude was getting a judge getting paid money to throw the kids in jail. You know.
Yeah, and he get paid like $2 million or
Yeah,
something.
he was getting
in a
tons of
year or
money,
some shit.
kickback money because
Yeah, that's
you know that they're like, yeah, we need
prisoners.
We need prisoners. They're private, you know, especially if it's a private company,
Yeah.
you know, which a lot of them are private prison type shit. Like,
And that's a whole nother
and
conversation.
you know, just some terrible stuff. But what in your mind would say, you know what? I think I'm going to let these people go.
If I was Biden,
Is it money, or you really think in your heart, like, you know what? These people are worth it.
So
Like,
I think,
is that forgivable? Is that shit forgivable?
you know, I think, you know, like, you gotta really look at things from a real wide perspective. I think that will give you the best chance at understanding why someone would be compelled to do something like this. Now, you gotta understand all the factors that go into this. Biden, he's from PA. You might have been homies with this guy. Like, your boy locked up. Fuck, he did something bad. You president, you're not gonna let him out. That's your boy. That's your boy. He 80. You know that nigga. He got 30 years. He's gonna die in there. That's your boy. You gonna leave him in there? Like, he threw some random black kids in fucking jail. Do you give a fuck? If you're Biden, do you give a fuck, honestly? We're not talking to us right now. Do you give a fuck if you're Biden?
If you're Biden, like, he's going to be remembered for something, and this is going to be part of it.
He don't even remember himself when he wake up, bro.
That's facts.
So it's like, yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, he think it's 1984 still. He like, they locked you up for throwing monkeys in jail. I let y'all do that.
Right.
So he doesn't give a fuck.
I thought that's the law.
Yeah, I made that the law. He literally made that the law.
All right.
So
Yeah.
you know, I think, you know, you gotta look at it from a real wide perspective. So there's that lane. They might be homies. He racist. They probably are homies, and from PA probably are homies. For the cancer thing, you know, it might be one of those things. He's trying to control overpopulation. Because there's a lot of factors that go into it, Rob. It's not just he evil. He's doing it for a reason, right? But I think the easy answer is probably just for money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the fucking fact of it. But yeah, I don't even know. Let us know what y'all think about all of that in the comments. But that is wild, you know. As for our next guy that's coming in, Mr. Trump, as Biden has kind of been getting the reputation for worst guy of the year, he just was named Times Person of the Year, you know? Survived 2 assassination attempts, won the presidency, biggest political comeback ever. What else has he done this year? I don't know.
There was a lot of shit, obviously. You know what I mean? Just everything was improbable. I think he deserved it. You know what I mean? Like, whoever did that, it was a really.
I think LeBron deserved it.
Fuck LeBron. You know what I mean? But how about this question? Honestly, who else would you think of the whole person of the year for time? Like anything, like that was a big thing. Luigi? Right, a lot of people loving Luigi, man. A lot of people loving Luigi. Too controversial.
No, it's crazy. Nah. I think Trump's more controversial. I think you put Luigi in there.
It's not more. It's more controversial than.
I feel like a good amount of niggas would be fine with it on both sides.
More than a good amount, but all the elites would not be fine with it.
Yeah, they the ones who pay for that shit.
Not be fine with it, exactly. And that's a matter of fact. That's
why
that shit gets shut down.
I'm trying to think who I would think might be able to be person of the year other than Trump. I can't
like really like.
But to be honest, I wasn't paying attention all year to like American.
Or it could be world. That shit's all across.
Oh, it's the world. So this nigga got person of the year for the world.
Yep, he's like Gandhi of whatever the year.
Honestly, I would have gave it to Mr. Beast over that nigga.
Nah,
that nigga be doing a lot, bro. Trump won a presidency.
Mr. Beast too.
Wow.
It's like all like it's a show. You know,
I would have gave it to Speed over that nigga.
It's TV.
That nigga Speed is being a great, ambassador right now for America.
I'm going Kai Cenat, man.
That's not. Yeah. Yo, I was at this weekend. I was at the Philly Venture Angel Fair. You heard of that? It's in the Union, fucking like downtown Philly, like by the clock. They got all them tall buildings, and then there's the one small country club building that's red. Union
Square.
Yeah, some shit like that. It's a country club, $10,000, I think, either a month or I think the cheapest plan you can get is 10,000, really like 15,000 a year to be a member there for the cheapest, and then it goes up to like 10,000 a month. But I was there for entrepreneurship fair over this weekend, and it was like super right wing. Like they had pictures of Nixon up on the wall, all the bushes and shit. I was like, shit, where's my man Trump at? He ain't been president for 4 years. Y'all niggas don't got him in here. But when I was there, I ran into there was this company. Have you heard of Overplay? So yeah, it's a new-ish company. They were on Shark Tank. Mark Cuban is investing in them right now. They got partnership deals with NASCAR, WWE, all this good stuff. But they haven't even gone public yet. And they're really projected to be worth over $5 billion type shit. Like, great company. And what they do is they turn videos into video games. Like, you gotta look into it to really understand it. But how they're marketing is it's TikTok for video games, right? So only people doing that really cool. But I got to talk to their people. I asked her, she don't like Elon and like to write it all. I asked her, I was like, would you sell to Elon? Like if he wanted 25 bill right now to buy it. She was like, nah. I was like, let's be real. Yes, he would.
Dude, that's a whole nother topic too we didn't even think about. But one thing they also mentioned this week was Elon Musk officially is worth over $400 billion. You know, that's crazy. That's more money than like...
And that's why I asked her, I was like, he could dead buy it if he really wanted to.
He could buy anything, dude. He could buy like...
He spent $45 billion
massive companies. He could buy FedEx, UPS. He could buy them both. The whole shit. That's crazy. You know, that's crazy. And I think there's a problem in our country when that happens.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Because he is the one.
He's 101, yeah.
He's the one of 7 billion. So... what do you think about that? Do you think there should be a cap on wealth? Like, I know this is a real controversial topic.
I mean, it could definitely. And we recognize that back in the day, too. And that's why taxes were, for those super rich, were like 90%. And they were still the uber mega wealthy rich. You know what I mean? And they still would be. But that's
so you think there's taxes need to be hella high instead of an actual cap? Because some people think if at 999 million,
because the taxes are so low and all that shit, that's one of the ways he's able to keep all that money too. There's got to be some sort of tax limit, because like we said back, like what the ratio was like, CEOs made 50 times more than the average person. Okay. That's a lot of money, you know what I mean, than their average worker.
Now it's like 500,000
more. It's like, that's ridiculous, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's facts. I mean...
like they said the United Healthcare CEO, he made $200,000 a week. More than a doctor.
That's insane.
You know?
Yeah.
That's A week. That's crazy. It's like fucking Messi. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? Like, this dude, really? Is he really that? Nobody, and they're going to replace him and they're going to keep doing the same thing. He's not worth that much money. Nobody is. It's fucking cronyism that they're giving each other money like that.
Yeah, I mean, so, because there's some people that come out and they say that...
You can't replace Messi. You can replace that motherfucker.
Some people come out and they say that once you hit 999 million, you shouldn't be able to go to $1 billion. Like, all your money after that needs to just go to the government. Like, do you think it should be a cap like that, or the taxes are just so high you literally can't get to a 400 billion? Do you think that people should have the ability to do what Elon did and buy Twitter and buy companies like this? Because buying Twitter, like a social media company, that's one thing. But if that nigga buy FedEx and UPS, if he bought both of them, now he is control. Like, he could probably buy Amazon. I don't know how much
Amazon's
Amazon
worth
worth.
like trillions because
Alright,
they
okay.
have like technology and stuff which is worth.
Okay. So
let's
he
see.
can't buy Amazon yet, but
UPS is worth 110 billion, so that's a quarter of it. You know,
that's crazy.
and that's everything they own. You know, he gets everything they get, and FedEx is worth 70 billion. So 170 billion. That's not even half of that motherfucker's money.
Yeah.
He buys whole companies that employ hundreds of thousands of people. He could just buy them. Like, yeah, there's a problem. I think, you know.
So you think people shouldn't be able to buy companies?
No, you shouldn't be able to accumulate that much wealth. You know what I mean? There's, you know, and the only way you can do that is it's government and policy. You know what I mean? That's how you allow oligarchies and shit like that, which is what we have essentially. They're modern day oligarchs who can control the government, like he just.
But I think it's like you gotta have one or the other. So it's either you allow people to buy companies in the way that he does, and if you're allowing people to do that, if companies can become wealthy as fuck like that, you have to allow people to become wealthy as fuck for the ability to buy said company. Or
No.
either that or the companies
Yeah.
they get to a point where they're so big the government controls them, but it's like sticky all around. So that's why I think like it's easy to say, yeah, it shouldn't be like this. There needs to be some sort of, thing stopping it. But my thing is like I try and think of a solution before like completely just saying 100% it needs to be.
Yeah, so of course.
Like, I know it needs to be different.
You
for
have
sure,
to think
but
of a solution, and you do that, but you have to recognize that it is a problem,
Yeah,
and you
for
need
sure.
a solution.
You don't
And
think
that's
people
the
recognize
problem.
it's a problem? I think people recognize
I
it's a
think
problem.
not the right people because they're getting money from these people that say, "Yo, tell them it's not a problem." You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
another part of the problem.
And that
Is a
is
matter
a
of
matter
fact.
of fucking fact. Going on, Caitlin Clark was named Time Athlete of the Year. Sitting right beside Trump, got her white and a woman and white man back together. America's restored. But Caitlin Clark, she went up there. She was like, we need to uplift black WNBA players more. This is what we need to do, yada, yada, yada. And that was controversial for whatever reason. I respected Caitlin Clark for saying it because, like, she knows, like, one, she's a baller. She's a hooper, and I don't want to take that away from her. Whether she was black, white, pink, purple, she can hoop. And that's what matters. But her being white and the dynamic it brought into the WNBA, partly because of the black players and how they wanted to treat her, is what made her big enough to become Time Player of the Year. And honestly, what made the WNBA even want to get looks for real. So I do like that she recognized that her being white had a part of that, and she liked to address and give back and say like, there's greatness that was before me. Let's not forget about them or anything and all that. So I respect what Caitlin Clark, what she came out and said, to be honest. And I think the people hating are weird, but I will say two comments about people that was hating. One was from a WNBA owner, right? Came out and said Time should have gave the award to the entire WNBA.
Participation award.
Yeah. See, and what do you think about that?
About that part in particular, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? She was the one that deserved it. It wasn't about the league this year. She elevated the league to make the league what it was. So it's about her. You know what I mean? And like the league is benefiting off of what she's bringing to the table. And and I think it's definitely really especially big of her to continue to give credit to all the other players and stuff, even if you mention it after the way that they treated her. People seeing that, like, that's not good sportsmanship. So it's really hard to gain fans when you're the bad guy, and that's what her detractors in the WNBA were. They were the bad guys, just trying to foul her, trying to play like that. Like, you don't do that in professional sports. That's a women type of thing, and that exposed the worst of them. You know what I mean? And she exposed the best of them, Caitlin Clark, by just getting up, staying strong, and still saying the right shit.
Yeah. Like, real leader, I really think her and her cohort, they're really going to transform the WNBA and, the eyes that it gets, that's including like Angel Reese and all of them, and it's really because of the
Who's other
clashing
girl
of them.
that's really, is it Asia Wilson or something like that?
Yeah,
Who's
yeah,
nasty.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
like the best because
The
she
one
won
from South Carolina, I
yeah,
think.
like
Yeah.
she's really good.
Or
Like, that's
Stanford,
the girl who
one of
needs
those.
the attention.
Yeah,
Though
like-
too is like her, not Angel Reese, because she's not really that good. You know what I mean? If you look at her stats,
Yeah, honestly,
bunch of bullshit
I
off
don't
the
really even want to
rebounds.
like
Asia Wilson was like
get into her, but
yeah, I don't want to get
she
into her
seemed
like
more
that,
like
but
an
she's more like
influencer type
influencer. Exactly,
like
I agree with you
a
1,000%.
hooper.
Mhm.
She already said that the WNBA don't pay her bills.
Exactly. She's like, I'm a
So-
baddie. That's what I am. All right. Well, I'd rather see a basketball player than a baddie. You know.
It
what
just
I
be
mean?
like, man, I cost $250,000 a year to maintain, and I need $250,000 pocket money. And it's like, bitch, you know that pussy not worth that. But yeah, the other thing, what do you think about Caitlin Clark winning Time Athlete of the Year? Do you think that is like a little too much? Do you think she deserved it?
I personally do think she deserved it. Like, you know,
Out of all the athletes,
out of all the athletes, yeah, especially this year, because what she did, you know, elevated an entire league. Like, you know, what she did is like Michael Jordan-esque in that sense. It really is. You know, WNBA was a dead ass league, and she put fans in that.
have you watched
seats.
a WNBA game this year?
I personally no, but it doesn't matter. If I'm watching, people are. You know what I mean? If you look at their attendance
Do you know
records,
one person that's watched a WNBA game this year?
but the statistics show.
Do
The statistics.
you in your life? We know how the
Statistics
internet do.
show.
That's why niggas thought Kamala was going to win.
You know what? I will admit to. I bet on Caitlin Clark. I didn't watch it all, but I bet on her to hit the numbers. So
Okay.
there you go. I'm a fan. You know what I mean? And normally I would never bet on
You
WNBA.
a fan?
I would never bet on her. I would never bet on the WNBA, but I would bet on her. You know, you throw me a Caitlin Clark special on there, but I'll go for that double, get the assist and the points. I think she got that. You know what I mean? She's good.
Just because you know they ass?
She's good, cause she's good, bro. That's
They
why.
ass.
Yeah,
of
they
course
suck.
she going to get a double-double. They ass.
No, but she's good. She's
Nah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah,
She
yeah.
elevated an entire league, put them on the map. We're here talking about the WNBA because of her. Would we ever be talking about the WNBA?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've never talked about WNBA before this year.
Well, also, the other controversial part of this is that a lot of people on, you know, the right, you know, the Trump supporters, things of that nature. Once Caitlin Clark gave her speech, they weren't really happy, and they started canceling her because they felt like, kind of, you know, since she was kind of getting bullied by the black women in the league and kind of getting shunned, that she's like kissing up and doing some woke shit by, you know, mentioning her in her speech. And you know, I feel like they got a valid point. You know, like if that's how you want to look at it. But my thing is like, I look at it how the athletes looking at it, and it's like y'all are making this about race and shit. But I feel like if it wasn't women, like I'm just taking how the athlete. Like if Lucas says some shit like that, I don't know. Like, do you think they do the same thing? I don't think Luka would say some shit like that. But if he did, yeah, it really wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But that's why it doesn't make sense to me that they're bringing up race in this context. Because I'm just looking at it as a sport for real. Like, we don't really think of race in the NBA for real. Like, we might joke about it, but niggas not talking about that in a press conference.
I think part of it is, though, too, is, like, the WNBA is different audience than the NBA. Like you said, like, you don't watch it, I don't watch it, you know what I mean? They're not looking for us to watch it. They're looking for, like, young girls to watch it and stuff like that. And, like, you know, are those young white girls? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to that. You know what I mean? Why do they like her? I can't really tell you. But she is, like, to take that high road approach and, like,
that's a real Kobe-esque thing.
Yeah, exactly. And she grinds like a that's what
That's
people
what's up.
appreciate,
Yeah.
That she could hit the shot from like Steph Curry type shit. Like that's what people appreciate about her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because I didn't even take it on some like she's trying to be like, you know, just kiss up to black people or anything. I took it as she's an athlete taking out. Like, what you want her to do? Sit up there and be like, yeah, racist shit was going on to me all year.
Right, yeah.
Fuck you want her to do? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy to me,
Yeah.
bro.
And you know, it sucks that there's that much jealousy in the league, you know what I mean? Like, she's making most of her money, just like you said with Angel Reese. Like, Caitlin Clark's not making her money from the WNBA. She's making it from all the sponsorships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's people in the WNBA, they got to work 2 jobs, you know what I mean? WNBA, and then they work at Foot Locker, too, because you don't make no money. But that's the problem, is the league don't make no money. Until now, it's starting to make a little bit of money because of her. They already upgraded their shit because of her.
Yeah.
Like, all right, now you guys can fly private or something like that, or first class at least. No more coach for you guys. I don't know what it was. It was an upgrade, you know?
Yeah, I think they went from coach to first class
There
or
you go.
some shit.
Ballers. No, I think they were taking the bus. They on the plane
Y'all
now.
niggas
They're on the plane now. I don't know.
Only for half of y'all. Only the starting 5 plus
she
the 6
carried them
man.
all on the plane.
Damn,
That's the
all of
problem.
them?
She brought the whole league, Tommy.
The whole league?
The whole league. Not just her squad.
Shit,
the whole league.
I didn't know she was cut like that.
The airline's like, all right, we'll let you all on now.
Yeah.
Ride with her. Come on.
All right, word. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to you, Caitlin. Shout out to you. I think you deserve it too. And you know, I might catch you your game one day. One day,
What team
maybe.
she play for?
I don't know.
Nah, I didn't think so.
Nigga, how many teams is it
The
in the WNBA?
WNBA, whatever it is.
How many teams is it in the WNBA?
I don't know. That's a hard question. That's a hard one. There's not many.
Oh,
Right?
shit. Is there one here?
No. In
In
I don't
PA?
think no. In PA, no, not even in PA. We don't have one in Philly. That's the only place. No, I'm pretty sure no. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna bet no. I know a little bit about Philly sports, but I'm gonna bet no.
In other sports news, Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy yesterday. You know, what you think? You think he deserved it, or you think should have?
No, it was either him or Ashton Genty, the wide receiver from Boise, who set the record for most rushing yards in FBS.
He was a wide receiver that.
No, running back. He had.
Running back.
He ran for 2,400 something yards, and he sat out like 9 quarters because they were blowing people out. So, yeah, he's a fucking monster. You got to watch highlights of this dude. He's a freak, dude. But no, I would give it. You know, I think they were both amazing, and running backs have definitely won it for less than that, obviously. But in this instance, I think what Travis Hunter did to be able to make this sort of, it's about like highlights and all that too. It's like to do that on both sides of the ball. I mean, the way he could track the ball is just amazing.
Yeah.
And the fact that he did it and played the amount that he did, like,
Didn't
that's
get
just
hurt.
an old school
Yeah.
football player. And you know what I mean? I think that's
Deion. That's what
better
Deion
than Deion.
was
That's
on.
better than Deion.
Well, that's
You know
what
I
he
mean?
was
That's
on,
kind
so
yeah. Like that, you would say that too, but like the way he was actually going out there and playing it.
But athletes are naturally better now, though.
They are. But like
He's the
it's different.
Deion of this time.
Like back in the day, what you would look for from Deion and still is, and if you were around with Deion, but Deion is, you know, he could catch. He was like Travis Hunter in that way. Is like his ball tracking skills were amazing, but if he ain't tackling nobody, Deion. He never tackled nobody. He never, ever tackled nobody, Deion Sanders. You know what I mean? So it's either he was going to intercept it, like that was his specialty, and that's why he could play wide receiver on occasion because, hey, dude could catch really well. And he was really, you know, once he got the ball, he was real dynamic.
Right.
But yeah, I think just amazing ability to do that. The amount of snaps that he played, once in a generation type of player. I don't think you're ever going to see that again. So in that sense, that's why I think I would give him.
Oh, you think he got potential to be a
He's
GOAT?
very close though. In college football I think he already, you know, for putting up the stats that he did.
Do you think this will transfer over to NFL?
It's hard to say. What team drafts him? That's a big factor. And what position does he play? You can't play both in the NFL. No way. Not full time. Not
full time like that.
Like he did in college. There's no way. And then, I don't know, that's tough. It's like, where do they want to play him? Do you kind of try to do a 50-50? Really hard. Does he get to decide? I don't know. I think more money is made at probably wide receiver. You know, you could be
But I think he literally just created a new position.
No, how many
No, it's not the fact.
it?
I don't think he's going to do it all the time, but the fact that, like, in the fourth quarter, like, you can play that, like, that nigga's going off, you can put that nigga at DB. Like, you need him to lock somebody up. That nigga can then go lock somebody up
like,
and then go catch a fucking
if it's like
that's
that
what I'm
game,
saying. Like,
be like, all
he's
right.
so valuable. Like, you don't got to do it all the time. It's the fact that you can do it when you have to do it.
A lot of it will come down to, though, is where he gets drafted. He's going to be a top 3 pick.
Going to the Browns.
So, yeah, he's going to a shitty-ass team. He's going to a shitty-ass team is pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, and that would be... you got to work from there. We'll see what happens. You know, hopefully you can leave there, or that team can turn it around.
Yeah.
You know.
But, you know, at his Heisman, you know, ceremony thingy majigger, his mom came out. She was like, he was a mistake. And that him winning this trophy redeemed her for having him?
I guess. Keeping him.
So, that's what's up. What do you think about that? Was that the place and time?
Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was on some shit like she got paid by Plan B, or no, anti-abortion, to say like, keep your mistakes, don't kill.
Yeah. Well, you know, she should have knew that he wasn't a mistake long ago and accepted him and didn't continue.
I don't think she just accepted him as not being a mistake.
The fact that you're still calling him one after 20 years.
Nah,
like,
it's not,
you know what I mean?
Nah.
I understand, like, maybe you contemplated it or whatever, and what, you know, but when did it become...
He gonna always be a mistake.
When did it become worth it? Now that he's worth millions of dollars, and now you know it wasn't a mistake? Just like his girl?
Nah, I mean, my thing is, he gonna always be a mistake if he was a mistake. That don't mean he don't love her, or she don't love him. Like, he gonna always be a mistake. Like, if you didn't plan to have the nigga, you didn't plan to have him. Like, you still had him. So, like, I commend her for that. The bunch of bitches just kill him. So, like, you know, I don't think that was too big of a deal. But you did say something that I did want to talk about, and that is Travis Hunter with his girl. Yeah, she it's a lot of stuff about her. Now, this guy just won Heisman Player of the Year. He just signed a contract with Adidas. He's probably going top 5, if not top 3, if not number fucking 1 in the NFL draft. Generational player. And he is currently engaged to his first girlfriend ever. This is a woman that dubbed him when they first met. She said he was, quote, not her type. And then he became her type. He bought a house and has her living in it. He is engaged to her and says he will be marrying her in her rookie season as soon as he signs that first motherfucking deal. She was in the Adidas sponsorship commercial that he did. So very tied to this gentleman. I don't know how long they have known each other. Do you know? How long have they been dating?
I don't think that long.
How long has Travis Hunter been dating his girlfriend? Let's see. Since 2022.
2 years.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah, man, I feel bad for all the guys there. They had a lot of the girls. They all had to do a TikTok, you know. Only just the...
Was there black girls?
There was black girls.
How many?
There was black girls. Most of them might have been black girls, but they were all skinny black girls. You know, that's the, nobody wants them, thick black bitches that be out there. Some, you know what I mean? Like they just think that that's their style. No, I'll show you these girls. Black girls can be in shape too and look skinny.
That's a random stray.
No, I don't know. I think that's his.
R&B bitch is pretty bad.
Okay. Of course, they're just there for this. This is what they're there for. To be able to do this.
Well, one of those was Travis' girl?
I think so, pretty sure.
Man, none of them hoes.
To make the TikToks, they're not even that bad. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. And it's like they're just gold diggers. You know what I mean?
Damn, maybe some of them really been dating for a long. Like, damn, like every one of the bitches gotta be a gold digger, bro. Like, I think
that's why Tyreek Hill has 10 kids.
Bro, maybe Tyreek Hill has 10 kids because that nigga be fucking bitches all the time and getting
He
hella
does.
bitches pregnant.
But
Like, that's not because all the bitches want
But-
to be gold diggers. Like,
they'll happily have your kid. Then it's
Hell
locked
yeah.
in, bro.
Like,
They're
yeah,
locked
facts,
in. You got to
facts.
pay that shit all your life.
but
That's
you,
what they're
you
doing.
understand,
That's
like,
they-
that's
it-
I agree with you.
Travis
I agree
Hunter,
with you.
extra stupid. He's
Yeah,
like,
that nigga's dumb
extra
as-
stupid. Are you gonna marry me? I get half all this shit you're getting right now, right from the jump. I was with you from the beginning. You just started getting money. Half is mine. You wouldn't be here without me. That's what the bitch is gonna say. You know what I mean? Fucking idiot, Travis Hunter. I love you, but you're an idiot. You're gonna lose half of your money. So that.
Hey, how
bitch.
long you think they have?
I mean, she could just ride it out. Like, he's gonna be playing football and stuff. She's gonna be at home in the mansion with the pool boy or whatever.
You think she
Just like Tom Brady's wife. Tom Brady got cheated on, guys. All right, Tom Brady, the best NFL football player ever to live and exist in the planet.
I don't think it's as black as white as this nigga's
But
trying to make
I'm just
it
saying,
all, but
bitches is bitches, bro.
that, dang,
Watch
bro.
out. Nowadays more
This
than
nigga
ever.
got hurt, bro.
Tommy's too young.
Bro,
Tommy's
I'm
too
not.
young.
I understand,
You'll
but
see.
my thing is
You'll
like
see.
you just
No,
like all them bitches.
It
what if
was
one-
not always like this. It was not always like this. That is a trend of modern times. That is within the past 10 years. It went hard in that direction in my mind.
Bro,
But I've
what
been
was her
around
name,
for
bro?
a lot of years.
What was her
Who?
name, bro? The girl that broke your heart. Cause
Oh,
like
God,
you just
God.
you on these
Dude,
bitches. Like what if I'm not saying I agree with you. I agree with you. Bitches are bitches be terrible. Travis Hunter, you're stupid.
You're stupid.
You're going to get fucked over. I'm telling you right
Look
now.
at Tom
And if
Brady.
not, I mean,
How you gonna
that's
see
so-
Tom Brady, bro?
nah. Let's not even talk about
I'm
Tom
just
Brady
saying.
right now.
That just shows you about women. Like, he would be like the pinnacle of men. Like
No, not for
Couldn't
a
you-
woman. He was a nigga who only cared about her career. So it's like if you're with Tom Brady every day, he just fucking Tom to you. Like he not Tom Brady. So it's like, all right, nigga, you keep playing football, bro. I've told you stuff like.
stop playing football.
So,
motherfucker.
bro, I don't know. I'm not in their relationship. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think it was just easy enough to be like, oh, that bitch is a bitch, she cheated. But Travis Hunter, you're stupid, for sure. And all I'm saying is, like, you know, one of those girls look like a good girl. They probably known each other since high school or something. I'm just saying, y'all, you know,
That's what you need, though. You need
be
a girl-
cautious, but
Be
do
very
not
cautious.
do not
Very.
be like this nigga. Be like every bitch,
Very
fuck every bitch. It's not every bitch.
This-
It's
all right,
seven
let
out
me
of
narrow
it's
it
7
down.
out of 10.
If you met,
It's 7 out of
if
10
you met
bitches.
like before everything happened,
seven-
you knew him from high school, then you're probably good. That's what's up. If you met them on Instagram, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's a matter of fucking
Matter of fact.
It's a matter of fact. You know, before we leave this segment of the show, I like to talk about, you know, something that, you know, always it comes up a lot, but this is, you know, a bigger case that's attached to, and that's the former Duke lacrosse players that were arrested about 20 years ago. I don't even think I was really cognizant. For rape of a stripper were just acquitted because the stripper said she lied or something of that nature. You want to fill the people in on the story?
So yeah. You know, it was a huge story. You know, I mean, Duke is a pretty prestigious school in this country. You know what I mean? They're well known, good degree for coming from Duke, and the story has captured a lot of attention. Why? A lot of people that go to Duke too got some money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you ain't just throwing some accusations against these people without some high-paid lawyers not getting involved.
Yeah.
And that's probably part of the process as well. You know, you don't fuck rich people over easily. But this ex-stripper came out after about 18 years, and so they didn't get in jail time or anything like that, but just the slander alone that this causes somebody is bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, you're that guy, you know? After 18 years, she said, yeah, I made that shit up, made it all up, you know? And some other facts about her, she's currently in jail for killing her ex-boyfriend. So, yeah, she's been sitting there in jail for a while, then, you know, might as well decide, I might as well tell the truth here. Already
crazy.
committed murder, so just to tell you the type of person that she is overall. But, you know, that's shitty that, you know, women have that power, too. to just say those words. And again, she said she made the whole shit up. They didn't fuck her, nothing like that. She made the whole shit up. And, yeah.
What do you think should happen in instances like that? Because I'm not saying, like, I don't know how often it happens, but I feel like I see these stories happening a good amount. And then even the stories you don't hear about, because this was Duke high-profile athletes, you know, a high-profile case. But what do you think, like, should happen to women when they lie about things happening like that? Because that just makes it harder for, like, when stuff like this actually does happen to women, for one, people to, I don't know, validate it or believe it or you know, like, that's why it becomes a big thing of you have to argue, go through all that. And it's like bitches like this that's just making shit up. Like, literally just making it up. Like, oh, yeah, I was high off meth. I actually hallucinated that shit. My bad. I just realized that shit yesterday. That's my fault.
I was pissed they didn't give me enough money.
Yeah, and it's like, what them niggas gonna do? They can sue for defamation. That bitch in jail broke as a bone. She made 12 cents a day.
And they already said statute of limitations for like lying in court and all that's passed.
So it's like, shit, what can you even do to her? What can they do? What can do? Oh, sorry.
My bad. Yeah, dude. They have to have some sort of like laws. Like, if you accuse somebody of that shit, like, but women would never admit it. That's the thing. But
yeah, and that's the thing. And people say if there's laws, like, it'll discourage women for coming forward about
not
shit.
If you're telling the truth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
truth
I
is
don't
the truth.
know.
Facts is facts. But who knows? Yeah, that's a big problem, I think, in our society as well.
Yeah, bro.
But
yeah, and that's a fucking matter of fact, which brings us to our next segment of the show. Shit that fucking matters. And, you know, I want to talk about these damn drones, man. These damn drones. Like, apparently there has been drones flying around the United States. What any area specifically?
Jersey's been a big one, but they've been saying they're seeing them everywhere, more and more often. Some over like sensitive areas. They definitely shouldn't be. They're causing people to shut down flights and stuff because.
All right, fill the
in
people in on
airspace.
exactly what's happening.
That's
right
crazy.
now.
Well, Tommy, that's a hard one to do because nobody knows what the fuck is really happening. Other than all these reported drone sightings that have been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks, not necessarily weeks, multiple weeks now, probably like 10 days. You know, at first it started and people were like, okay, there's drones. But after it keeps happening, more people report on it. Now you can see all senators are talking about it. They don't even know the specific answers behind this stuff. Biden is acknowledging that, yes, there are drones in the sky, but chill out, don't worry. I don't really know what to make of it at all. It's all going to be pretty much speculation, really, in terms of what it is. But the fact that there are unidentified drones flying around the United States is a matter of fact. What are they doing? I don't know. What do you think they're doing?
All right. I think there's three big questions we need to answer. When the government says, don't worry, do you worry?
Better fucking work.
All right, so we answer that, right? 2, when they say don't worry, when you worry because they say that, is it because you think it's them doing something or something that they don't know and can't control?
It's them.
So you think it's them. They're saying don't worry. It's all right. So you don't think anybody's attacking or surveilling the U.S.? You think it's us?
I don't know. There's a lot of stories like, oh, it could be Iranian drones and stuff like that. But nah, we would be shooting that shit down. We would know it ain't ours.
Y'all niggas think Iran
they got a lot of drones.
is doing it?
They do got drones. That's the thing.
But you think we gonna let them niggas do that?
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying.
That's like what? If we that soft now, like shit, I'm glad I'm about to get up.
Yeah, or it's China. It's cool. We can't stop them,
bro.
No,
I mean,
it's gotta be ours.
I would, if it's China, it's like damn.
They're punking us if that's the case.
Yeah. If it's China, then... But Iran? Come on, bro. Iran?
Exactly.
We could deal with them niggas.
But even if it was China, it's like they're in your airspace and all that shit. You could easily have the rights to shoot it down, but we're not.
Cause bro, like,
It's got to be the government,
bro, we just not even trying to beef like that.
or is it aliens?
Maybe all these niggas that seeing drones is hallucinating. I ain't seen not one drone, but I ain't been looking. I haven't really heard about the story until Rob brought it up. But I do think that, I don't know. I hope. Do you hope it's the government or do you hope it's somebody else?
Well, it's well, who else? Who else? That's the thing. Who else? No, it is really crazy shit. To be honest with you, because at the end of the day, what are we just gonna be like? Whatever. They're gone now. Don't worry about it. It's like, nah, motherfucker. Like people want to know.
How
Everyone
long have
is
they been around?
Them. Ask your phone. When was the first unidentified drone sighted?
When was the first drone sighted? Unidentified drone sighted recently.
I don't know that story.
What we know about the mysterious drones over New Jersey.
It pops up real quick. If you have not heard about it, it is not easy. It's not hard to find.
This was published on December 12th. So it was happening before then.
Yeah, to get the news attention, I showed Tommy.
Started in November.
Damn, motherfucker, see? That's a long time. I told you.
These niggas been, whoa.
It's chilling for that long.
So, like, what do they look like?
That's how it's getting all this attention. And they say they're like car-sized drones, not like the drones that I be flying around. Because the drone, like, I have a drone, okay? It's pretty small. Have you ever seen a drone? They're not that big. All right.
I mean, yeah.
Usually they're not that big, and it can't
like,
be that big because if it's bigger than that, then you have to register it. You know, so like
if you go a certain height, you gotta get in contact with a bunch of people.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah,
it
you
goes
already
pretty fucking high though. Without like you're over 1,000
Nah,
feet.
I mean like because we use
which
it
is
here.
High. But yeah, if you're
We
going
use the drone here, but maybe that's because like
1,000
using it
feet's
for
not that
commercial.
high. Yeah, that's not that high. You're talking about like where it really matters is where there'd be concern is you're talking like where airplanes are flying, all that other sort of stuff. That's where like the FAA.
That's how high these drones is?
Yeah. Yeah. They're shutting down airports because they're in airspace and stuff. That's crazy.
What airports?
I think they did one in New York and one in Jersey.
I'm not flying out those shit.
They said I'm
flying out of Philly.
That they're flying over and near like military bases and like nuclear facilities and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, so is it surveillance? Like, but why? Who? What's going on, man? I don't know.
Are you scared?
I'm not scared. I mean, I'm curious. It's an interesting story. Like, you saw that, I showed Tommy a clip. They have senators, all those people, they don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, bro. That's kind of
Biden's saying, chill, nothing to worry about. He don't know what it is. He must know what it is, but he's not telling you what it is. He's just saying, don't worry. Right? Because how can you say it's not a threat if you don't know what it is? Answer me that.
My thing is, I feel like they don't know what it is.
Then how do you know it's not a threat?
I think they're not trying to panic people. Because if you don't know what it is, and it's like, they keep coming, you done tried to shoot them down, you've taken them, you've analyzed them, you like, fuck, we dead don't know what it is. I heard they're like triangular and shit. And it's like, if you're the president, what are you going to tell the people? Are you going to be like, we don't know what this shit is? Like, I don't know what it is, but if you're the president and you dead don't know what it is, are you going to tell niggas you don't know what it is? They keep asking you about it. You got to say something. You'll be like, don't worry about it. Then you're going to look at these niggas and say, figure out what the fuck this is.
So according to Tommy, you're thinking that they're afraid of what it is. And they don't want to disturb it. They don't want to shoot it down because they don't know.
Bro, nah, I think they done shot it down, but it's like they keep coming. I think I don't know. I just figured out about this shit. But my thing
it's
is,
it's
like,
all speculation. Nobody knows.
I
Nobody
don't
knows.
know. I think
Somebody said people saw drones in Argentina now. They're saying they're seeing drones everywhere across the world, which could happen because you could build so many effing drones. But if that's the case, what are they doing?
this is my thing. This is my thing, right? My thing about it is, if it is America, if it is our drones, and they're saying don't worry about it, you should be fucking scared.
Right.
If it isn't, and they're saying don't worry about
You
it,
should be fucking scared.
I would be a little less scared, but you should still be fucking scared, to be honest. Because if they don't know about it, you know, they haven't been doing the greatest in art. Like, Biden just pardoned 1,000 pedophiles and murderers. Like, so it's like, they don't really do the best in our fucking favor anyway. So if them niggas are scared, bro, I go with the unknown at this point. I mean, that's not good advice, you know, just in general. Like, it's usually better to go with the evil you know than the one you don't. Because then you at least know how to navigate shit. But as far as, like, these drones, like, you know, I'm ready to see what's going to shake.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm saying?
It could matter. Who knows what is? And it matters that they're lying to
This
us.
shit matters right now.
It does
for
matter,
sure.
for
Yeah.
sure. But, you know that nobody knows, and there's lies and all that shit. I definitely am curious. I'm not worried about it though. Like exactly, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Hey, what if they start shooting niggas?
With the drones, dropping bombs and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy, dude. That'd be crazy. Well, then people are gonna be fucking pissed because, like, bro, they've been flying since November. Now you letting them drop bombs on us?
Don't worry, bro. We just
Don't
test
worry,
it.
it's cool.
It's good,
It's
bro.
cool. You know.
That's a matter of fact. Just kidding. But let us know what y'all think in the fucking comments. Is this something like we should be worried about? Are
Have
y'all
you
worried
seen any
about it?
drones?
Have you seen any drones? Please let us know if y'all are fucking worried and what y'all think we should do. What do you think Trump's gonna do if they're still around in January?
I think Trump will shoot him down.
Yeah. You think he gonna nuke him?
He might. I think Trump, like, because if people are calling for it, Trump's gonna give it to him.
Yeah, bro.
You know, he's not gonna let it play out like that.
But let's say, all right, they brief
Because if
him.
it's our drones, I'd be like, yeah, that's our shit, man. We're checking stuff out. That's all you gotta say. And it's
You
over.
think Trump gonna say that?
Why not? People would accept that. Oh, it's a military shit. We're checking it out. A military shit over a civilian area? Yep, that's what we're doing. Sorry, bro.
We're trying to get the immigrants.
Yep. Baby. We're prepping it. We're prepping the system. Super surveillance. We're going to catch them all.
Shit.
Y'all like Pokemons to us. We just got 1 million to catch.
Wait, did this happen before or after
Juan,
Luigi?
Pedro. Shh, got you.
Did this happen before or after Luigi?
It's been happening.
So before that nigga.
Before
So we can't even say
Luigi,
like they
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
increase
yeah.
surveillance. Honestly,
November,
let's say
Luigi.
Trump gets in office, they brief him, they're like, yeah, we don't know what the fuck this shit is. We tried to shoot him down. Our bullets are going through him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think it's aliens.
we were
We can't
able
defeat their technology.
Yeah, we were able to somehow get one of them somehow.
Biden told us to wait till you got here.
Yeah, we back engineered it. It was this black slime in there. There were 6 of us. They're stuck in there right now. We don't know what to tell the American people.
Fuck.
We told them not to worry because the black slime was like, yeah. And we translated that to be, do not mess with us and we won't mess with you. So, good luck, Mr. President. I'm glad that you're here. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that, but I do think it's fucking interesting. I do think it's interesting. And, you know, I'm excited to see what ends up happening. Do you think they just disappear? Like, what do you think actually ends up happening? Do you think it ever really gets addressed? Do we ever really know, or just
It
like
just fades away.
niggas don't talk about it?
Probably that.
That's crazy.
Probably what's gonna happen.
Which is actually crazy. That's fucking crazy. Well, let us know what y'all think in the comments.
You gotta love it.
Moving on to the last segment of our show. Shit that will, should, or could matter. Crypto, Bitcoin, and the motherfucking future of money in society. So, as we've already talked, the wealth gap in America is getting bigger and bigger. But, you know, even if you make American dollars, you go somewhere else, you're living pretty good. Don't know how much longer it'll be like that. But just to say, the wealth gap in the world is gigantic. And if we're talking about America specifically, this wealth gap is getting really bad. It just got a CEO killed by a rich nigga killed.
Yo, man, I got guilt.
how many, a rich nigga killing CEOs. So it's like, yeah, Bitcoin just went over 100K, cost you 10,000 to get 1/10 of a Bitcoin now. You know, crypto's been going crazy. Hawk Tuah girl has not been seen in several weeks.
Since our last episode,
Bro, that's
she's
internet time,
gone
several
dark.
weeks.
She gone dark for.
But yeah, what do you think the future is for society in America with this growing wealth gap, with crypto, with the dollar maybe deteriorating? Do you think Bitcoin helps the dollar? Do you think it crashes the dollar? Like, do you think the entire way we think about money and everything's changed? Is like, what do you think the future is? And when we talk about the future, we can do a 5-year and then a 50-year.
50. Even like 5 to 10 or you know, a long time. So we're talking
5 and 20.
We're talking 20. Let's say we're saying 2030 and then 2035.
I mean, all right, sure.
That's a pretty long time.
I was thinking 2030 and like 2050.
In 2050, but yeah. So, what do I think?
And you can throw in there
Yeah.
what Tesla's doing, the robots, the robo cars, like y'all gotta understand, like, we're in 2024, about to enter 2025, right? And we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors. All right, we're back from our break. You know, thank you to our sponsors. You know, shout out to Modern Day Hippies. They're some cool dudes. But you know, talking just about the future of society, what do you think this looks like 5 years out? If you want to do 10 too, but I'm thinking also like 2050, but we might not even need to go that far. I'm just saying we'll both probably still be alive.
Maybe. I mean, you will.
That's 20 years out. That's 20 years out. You'll still be alive. So it's like, yeah, 2050 is not that far away. It's not that far away.
Yeah. Well, you know what? What's like we kind of talked about this on one of the previous episodes, like how fast technology advances.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's one of the things. It's even hard to fathom sometimes. Google just came out with like their new GPU or something called like Willow that can do like quantum computing processing. Like they're coming out with that sort of stuff now. And you know, we're talking quantum computing is crazy. You know, the ability of how it can solve problems and stuff like that. We're talking about AI. This stuff like blows it out the water.
Yeah.
The way you even make a quantum computer, you gotta look that shit up. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. It involves like super cooling, like freezing type shit. You know. So I think look up a company called Form Factor. They make like
Form Factor?
Yeah, they make the cooling equipment that you need for this sort of quantum computing. So you know, who knows what that stuff will bring. One thing like in terms
Do
of
you think that changes money though? Because I think crypto and all this.
Well, it could with crypto because crypto is about calculations. A quantum computer is going to be able to solve those like boom, all the Bitcoins, I found them. Here they are, you know, and they're done. You know, mining's over after that, I think, if you start using it for that sort of stuff. Because the way it does it, it can throw in so many different variables into a problem with quantum computing. It's insane. So if somebody decides to use that on Bitcoin, I think it would crush it, you know. It would find every Bitcoin that exists. It would mine them all in probably like less than a day. All of them.
I thought it takes time to like actually mine the Bitcoin.
It does because you have to solve the problem. But the quantum computer is going to be so smart, you know what I mean? I'm sure people do have those nowadays too if you really wanted to use it, but I don't know, who knows? But that's why, personally, with Bitcoin, and I listen to a lot of you know very wealthy people, you know, people like Warren Buffett, Mark Cuban, you know, just various people on YouTube that just have their opinions and justify what they say. And you know, a lot of CNBCs and stuff like that. A lot of knowledge from financial stuff. But do you invest in Bitcoin? Well, yeah, it's an asset right now. It's getting wider adoption and number goes up. But like the thing for me is wider adoption. Adoption, okay, great. Adoption means okay, yeah, I'll take some. I'll take some. People have it, but there's still no use for it, and that's where there's a
With
problem.
Bitcoin?
Yeah,
They say it's so valuable because it is a use. It's a keepsake.
it's like gold. They say it's digital gold. Okay, well, digital gold until somebody says it's not, right? And you can regulate it out of existence in a lot of senses. So I'd rather have.
You think it will be regulated?
It potentially could. I mean, certain countries do. China's like, I don't think they fuck with Bitcoin, but people still want to get Bitcoin because you could use it internationally. But, a lot of people using like criminal underworld and stuff like that, I guess, because it's untraceable. But we showed an example too. It's so difficult to use sometimes. If you lose your passcode, people say, oh, I have my wallet and it's locked. I can't open it. If I try my passcode one more time, it's locked forever and all my money's in there. It's like, what? That's crazy. Like, if you feel safe with that, that's one thing that super turned me off about it. I was like, what? You gotta do this wallet, all these stupid codes. You fuck up one, you better one letter on your phone, you fat finger that shit, and boom, you lost $1 million trying to transfer it. It's like, what? Nah, I'm not cool with that. So that's one thing for me. And then the other thing is it says it's worth like trillions of dollars, but like if you invest in stocks and stuff like that, you can see their assets. You can see that they make money. Maybe they actually pay you a dividend and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm more about that, but I think Bitcoin's more like gambling of like, yeah, the number go up. You know what I mean? Like, as more people believe in it, good, because then the people that had it for a long time is like, okay, or whatever, or you, even if you're speculating from 60 to 100K, you could make a lot of money off of that.
Yeah. So let's talk about 2030. We're almost 5 years into this year, right? We're almost at 2025. From 2019, the end of 2019, beginning of 2020 to now, we couldn't have imagined this shit to happen. Technologically, yes, but also politically, socially, we couldn't have imagined the shift that has happened in society. How much different do you think it is in these next 5 years that are going to end off this decade? Do you think it gets progressively worse? Do you think it slows down a little bit? Do you think like this is only the beginning? I think especially for the technology shit, it's definitely the beginning. That's only gets worse. I think
It works.
I don't know. I think the wealth gap is probably going to get a lot worse. We just got our first 400 trillionaire or billionaire. So what do you think?
I mentioned this before. Overall, I think the country's going in the wrong direction right now because of that, the wealth inequality and things like that.
And you think by 2030 it'll be similar? Do you think it's better?
Not. I hope it gets better. I don't see that it's going to get better right now. We're not like in the process of making it better. We hope it gets better, but right now we're not on a trajectory to make it better. So on the current trajectory, it'll get worse. We have to make change to get better, and probably not. You know what I mean? So it's probably gonna get worse. Things are probably gonna get a lot worse until they get better. Until we get to like a breaking point, like we talked about before. And it's gonna come sooner than people think. Like there's a lot. If you look in the news and stuff like that, there's layoffs nonstop. And we're a consumer-based economy. If you look at credit card debt, it's higher than it's ever been. We have people the total credit card debt is over $1 trillion in credit card debt. People are swamped with student loans. We talked about the auto loans before. People are underwater on their cars. They're paying $1,000 a month car loans and stuff like that. The country's tapped out, and financially, there's gonna be a reckoning eventually.
So what does that reckoning look like? Does that look like torches and guns in the street, Jane 6 everywhere? Is that people just saying, you know what, fuck it, we're not fucking with Bitcoin, they're banding together, we're not fucking with AI, we're not fucking with the automation shit because it's fucking all our lives up? So do you think it's more likely that people are going to mob the streets or intelligently come together and not fuck with that shit?
Well, I think it's more the intelligently. Like people are gonna say, like we. So I don't think there's gonna be mobs and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whoever's gonna start.
We just have mobs.
We
like
kinda
out of the last
uh,
4 years, we've had.
That's
mobs
different. When
and
poor
two of 'em.
people do it, it's different.
But you're saying the wealth gap is getting bigger, so
But
everybody.
it has to be all the poor people. But the first couple of poor people that start the trend, you're gonna face the reckoning. You know what I mean? So whoever starts it, it's gonna be.
But
bad
it's
for them,
already been
'cause
started. That's
they're
my
gonna,
thing.
They're gonna beat you down.
It's
You know,
already been
they're gonna
started.
kill you. And it's. Did you see the one story we didn't talk about? Was a woman was on the phone with United Healthcare or one of the health insurance things, and
She started threatening them.
Didn't really threaten them. She goes, "You're denied, deposed, but you're next." That's what she said.
Yeah.
Not really a threat. And they threw her in jail. And was
For
all this
20
shit.
years.
No, she got out of it, I think, because they realized it's like.
That's crazy.
Then people came out and was like, I actually received threats where people are here in my face, and the police always tell me you can't do shit about it. And here, this woman is frustrated on the phone, and you're gonna throw in, because it's a corporation. You can't threaten corporations. You can threaten people, not corporations. Like, that's crazy, dude.
That's crazy. Man.
But it would take so many people that eventually have nothing to lose until they're gonna do it.
And I think it's getting to that point, and I think we're agreeing that we hope it gets better. We don't really have the hope and faith that it will get better by the time we enter the next decade, and that's why I really want to look out to 2050, and I see a world where it's a lot out, like damn near fully automated, hella Tesla, and just self-driving cars in general, like. I think shit is gonna look really
how
different.
do people live in that society if there's no jobs? How do you see that like happening?
I think there'll
in
be
this country,
subsidies
we ain't
though.
giving,
That's what
we
I
ain't
mean.
giving nobody any money in this country.
No, but this is what I
Hell
think.
no, Elon needs a trill.
I think he'll be there by 2030.
Probably.
So my thing is, I think that there'll be. You know how Elon's building a city, right?
In Texas, yep. They just
I think
renamed
there'll be shit like that. Like there'll be subsidies where the mega rich live and they're fucking a different reality. And then the actual cities are going to be run down. Fucking, they're not getting no more money. Like, they're not really involved politically anymore. I think it, like, really might get up. Yeah, I think it really might get
walls
like that.
around all the rich communities now.
Yeah, and there'll still
Leave
be
you out
like
the wasteland.
suburbs and shit. I think
Around the wasteland.
by 2050, I don't know. I think it can get like that. Yeah, by 2050, there'll still be
knocking at Elon's gate. Let us in.
Nah, I don't think it'll be that bad yet. I don't think it'll. But I think
2050.
I think there'll be. That's not that far away. That's not that far.
Elon's
It's
gonna be like
25
a cyborg.
years.
He's gonna be fucking Iron Man. He's gonna fly out to the gate himself.
Because by this year, like all these political
Launching
people,
nukes.
Trump, Biden, all these niggas are gonna be dead. Like so,
Nah,
Elon. Yeah,
he's
he
gonna be Iron
might.
Man,
He
bro.
be, yeah,
He's
he
gonna be
might still
launching
be alive.
nukes at these motherfuckers. Get away from my gate.
I don't think niggas is gonna be at the gate yet. I think there's still gonna be suburbs and levels of yeah. There'll be suburbs in the wasteland, but I think it'll be really bad, bro. I think it'll be really bad. Like we've
Like,
seen
how do
this.
people in the wasteland live though? Like, there's no jobs. Like, there's no currency. Then, like, it's gonna break down. Like, who knows?
Mad Max,
There's no Bitcoin.
Mad fucking Max. Yeah,
It could be. It could be there by 2030, 2050.
yeah. We'll see.
But man, yeah. Matter of fact.
You got anything else for the people?
Nah, man. I think the lights are dimming for this country, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see some brighter days.
Hopefully we will. That's it for this episode of A Matter of Fact. Let us know how y'all fuck with us. Put it in the comments. Make sure you follow us on
appreciate that.
Instagram. Subscribe if you liked it. If you made it this far, that means you must have liked it. Leave a like.
Sure.
All that good
Definitely
stuff.
appreciate
But
those.
we appreciate y'all. This is Matter of Fact with the Modern Day Hippies signing out. Peace.
Peace.